Welcome in to Three the Hardaway, aka the three-man gel and weave, aka the best big three since LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh, coming to you a day late, but not a dollar short. If you are on YouTube, stop the video, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. We'll greatly appreciate it. If you are on a podcast platform, Google, Spotify, Apple, whatever, leave a 5-star review, leave a rating. We'll greatly appreciate it. If you don't know who I am the walking bucket providing instant offense. It's your boy Savage. Up here, we got my guy, the coach on the sideline. Take them to school on and off the court. When I say it's really shitty, it's really shitty. Shitty, what up, though?
Hey, what's happening, man? What's happening, man? It's like I said, we're a day late, never a dollar short.
Yes, sir.
Not $2 short, but I could take some dollars. I'm gonna let y'all know my cash app later.
We also got my guy here, your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, the sample man himself with the broke mic, Mr. Ted Shakir. Took, what up, though?
Ain't broke if I don't use it. What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
All right, y'all. So we just got through with the first week of the NBA. It's been a very eventful week, might I say, with just things that I did not expect to happen. Happening and some things I did expect. So, for example, I did expect the Lakers to be trash, and Lord knows them dudes are trash. But the title of this episode is NBA First Week Overreactions. So I just kind of want to just kind of have a back and forth conversation about what we saw in this previous week and what can we overreact to. Of course, again, vocab with Savage, we're overreacting. So we're not saying that this is what's going to happen, for the rest of the season. But I mean, a first impression can be a lasting impression in this regard. So NBA overreactions, fellas, where we starting off first?
Go ahead, too. I see you got. Okay.
No, you good.
Okay, I got a few things. I know we're gonna like dive into some other things, like we talked about before we began. The first thing I want to discuss is 48 minutes of defensive basketball. And what I mean by that is we've seen some game winners so far. I'm not excluding, this is excluding Mr. Lee there with the Suns, okay, and a few others. But Mr. Ayton, they're paying you a lot of money to be breaking them free throws at the end of the game, okay?
Dame got to him, man.
He did, and found his worth, did he not? Let's stay out west then. Let's talk about. I'm gonna give. I don't want to talk about them too long, but these Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Davis, you allowed that at the end of the game. I've always had you as one of the better defensive players in the league, and you're healthy. And for you to try to swat at a ball with just one hand and not go with verticality, lost the game. There's staying out west, Utah Jazz, New Orleans Pelicans. I hope our good listener from New Orleans is listening as well. Y'all let Kelly Olynyk from the 3-point line.
Hey, yo, that junk was a. I think Tyler from Fat Boy Fadeaway was saying it was like a Dolph Shades finger roll. And that junk was straight out the 1950s, bro. Like I ain't like the trajectory of the ball was like I don't even know how to describe the trajectory of that junk.
Let's begin with the play itself. First of all, the Utah Jazz said we're running this play through Kelly Olynyk. That's the first problem I got right there. He got it at the 3-point line with his back to the basket and drove.
Ball faked and then drove.
And he wasn't even like, the ball fake wasn't even like a real fake. Like, Kelly, if you want to take that 3 at the end of the game, go on ahead without your day. But are you serious? And then they score. I'll get into some more pressing issues, and then I'll let my brothers talk, and we can discuss as well. The Celtics are 3-0. Okay, so I'm gonna overreact, and I'm gonna tell you that right now they are the favorite to win the East and repeat in the finals, and along with the Nets. I do not recall the last time a team was able to get to the finals 3 out of 4 years, the Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, 3 out of 4 years, with 3 different head coaches. So I hear you, odds makers, because what you're seeing now, but don't overreact. Because when the ball slows down and we start separating the boys from the men, I do not think that level of coaching is there yet for Boston for him. And if I'm going to stay on coaching, I'm going to go a little west, and I'm going to drop down to Philly a little bit. And I know we're going to talk about Glenn.
Take your time, Pastor. That's all I'm going to say. Take your time, Pastor.
Yeah. Turn me down because I'm about to get real loud. Y'all motherfuckers is 0-3. And not only are y'all motherfuckers 0-3, in your last 9 games, you're 2-7? Got your asses beat by the Heat in the playoffs. And 3 losses. I don't care how you script it. James Harden, Daryl Morey, this is not the Houston Rockets. And please do not get it misconstrued. Do I believe that if Joel Embiid was on those teams with the Rockets, could they have been championship contenders? You goddamn right. Give Chris Paul, Joel Embiid, and James Harden? Oh, my Lord. My Lord. They would own stock of the championship at that point, okay? We'll be talking about Chris Paul not having any rings. But right now, as it stands, with 10 toes in the sand, y'all might as well get ready to go to Los Cabos or somewhere, because y'all not going nowhere. Y'all gonna make the playoffs and what, Glenn? What we gonna do? We're gonna tank in the playoffs? You can't tank in the playoffs. You're tanking now. There's no reason that you're putting this ball so squarely on. Let me back up. I will say it, and I'll say it again. Joel Embiid is an MVP candidate. He is one of the better bigs, and he's the second best big in the league. From a big standpoint, because I love bigs, when you are having to play defense for the defender because they can't play defense themselves, you get the rebound, you leak it out, you run down the court, set a screen, rather on ball or off ball, and then you get a jacked up shot. Oh, I'm pissed running back down the court. I ain't touched the ball. Joel's not touching the ball.
Bigs got to eat, man. That's basketball 101. Big got to eat. You can't have that big run because they run the full length of the court. Your guards are on the perimeter. They're not running that far. Joel's running from paint to paint. He's rim running, and you don't feed him. Nah, man.
No.
Nah.
So I'm gonna overreact. I'm gonna say this. Y'all thought KD asking for a trade was a problem? Every team will request Joel Embiid if he were to ever request a trade. And that is including and not limited to the Utah Jazz who had to trade the house. I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm talking about everybody will want Joel Embiid. So you keep playing if you want, Doc. But how many more chances we gonna give Doc Rivers? I get it. You won that one championship with Boston when they traded everybody, got everything you need. You got a shooter. You got 4 future Hall of Famers if you want to count Rondo. Got it. I understood. You won the series. I got it. But damn. In the past 13 years, what has he done, y'all? What? And he still has a job. At least put him down in the college level or something. Make him an assistant. Do something. But he cannot continue to be the leader of the NBA's whatever team he wants to be a leader of. I can't go. I don't even want him with the Utah Jazz. They 3-0. They'll probably be 0-3 if Glenn Rivers was coaching. Hell, they'd probably be 0-82. But I'll leave it at that. Y'all turn me down. You know, I'll be quiet.
Turn down for what, bro? Turn down. No, I'm with you. Like, I'm somebody that had the Sixers, you know, in one of the top seeds. So this is, you know, not an overreaction. It's damn near an embarrassment at this point. And if you look at the Sixers numbers, like, I didn't even know that they kept stats for how many times a player dribble a ball. Apparently they do. And James Harden is, of course, number one. You know what I'm saying?
Just like his jersey, number one.
Number one in the league, number one in your hearts. But one thing is like still like MVP Embiid, me and my guy Trevor, shout out to Trevor, let's be real. We've been wanting kind of Embiid to go to another team anyway, especially since Doc Rivers like the homies, y'all put me on Doc Rivers. Y'all woke me up to Doc Rivers and how bad of a coach, how bad of a leader he is. And now we're seeing this on the Sixers team that shouldn't be 0-3. Granted, they've gone against, who was it? The Bucks, and I forgot who else they went against.
Bucks, Boston, and also the Spurs, who are not trying to win.
You couldn't tell.
Exactly. And now you 0-3. So it's like, we know it's the beginning of the season, but with this team, you're a better team than last year. Y'all not looking good. James Harden looking like the James Harden from old, which y'all know how I feel. Y'all, if you don't know how I feel about James Harden of old, he's the most overrated superstar that we've ever had in this league. I would down that sword. And he's looking like that. And now what we going to get with a pissed off MB, Tyrese Maxey, who I thought was going to take the next step. He can't do it because it's only one basketball. I thought James Harden would come in and average, probably the most assists, and he's almost there. But he got the ball in his hand 25-8. So who else going to touch it? So that's my overreaction. Hopefully they can get their shit together. If not, we'll talk about that at a later date. Another team, apparently Victor Omayama told Utah that he's not coming to
Wait, time out. You call that man Victor Kamehameha.
What did he say? Spell check.
Victor Kamehameha is not coming to Utah. He must have told them that Utah must have got some kind of vibes. And that is why we're seeing Utah go 3-0 right now. I'm speaking it now. You're hearing it here first. Victor Kamehameha will be somewhere in Texas, whether that's in Houston, whether that's on the Spurs. We'll wait till that happens, but that's what I'm calling. But Utah, they're doing their thing. Shout out to Kelly O, who saved my fantasy league a couple years ago. So they doing their thing out in Utah. Colin Sexton, the bulldog that he is with it, that play against Jokic that went viral. They got some dogs. Whatever Danny Ainge doing, he got the Celtics leprechaun with him, and they in Utah doing the damn thing now. Another 3-0 team, Portland. I said they was gonna be in the playoffs, and Dame Lillard done dropped 40 twice in their 2 games. You know what I'm saying? They doing the damn thing.
Hey, Dame versus the Lakers the other day. Oh my goodness! Like, guard this man. Do something.
Yeah,
Lakers said no. No.
And speaking of guarding, before you continue, guess who didn't guard the 3-point line? The damn Trailblazers, because what the Lakers shot about 10 for nothing out there. God,
matter of fact, hold on, let me look real quick, because it was like, bro, like, what is going on with this game right now? Let me find this game,
bro.
And I think that's the same game where Russ, like, you call this a savage, like, how unselfish Russ gonna be this season.
Yep.
And you're up 1, and you take a mid-range shot with 30 seconds left, like you down 1.
The Lakers shot 6 for 33 from 3, 18%. For the season, they shooting 20% from 3 in 2022, not 1995. In 2022, we're breaking threes.
Speaking of back then, I think that's like one of the worst, if not the worst, shooting streaks ever. You know what I'm saying? We might have to double check. I think they said it on ESPN. We'll double check. But like they can't shoot. They don't have any teammates. Like I read that the reason Russ pulled up is because AD and LeBron took the ball out of his hands 2 times in a row. This is the player y'all wanted Kevin Durant to stay with? Ain't no way in hell. Really? So that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Portland. Shout out to the Pelicans being 2-1, even though Brandon Ingram and Zion went down last game. I think they'll be good, but shout out to them. I think that's it for me. Also, just want to put us on notice, man. Even though the Knicks lost against the Grizzlies, they look really good. They look a lot better than last season. Just keep an open eye. I ain't gonna say keep an eye on. Just kind of having it way back in your head with the black folks on the bus. Have them in the back. But the New York Knicks look a lot better than last year, and they can at least make the plans. They look good.
They put up 130 against the Pistons, who again a young team, but 130 from a Tom Thibodeau team is significant. I mean, RJ had 18, Randall had 15, Brunson had 17. IQ had 20. I don't know if IQ played against the Grizzlies the other day, but they missed him definitely.
And that was a difference maker. He didn't play.
Mm-hmm. Toppin had 16. D Rose had 13. So you getting scoring from everybody. Yeah. And not only that, but Thibodeau he's spreading the wealth. Like, I'm looking at the minutes: 28 minutes, 25 minutes, 23, 28, 20, 27, 21, 21. If you know Tom Thibodeau, he gonna play your ass 40 minutes. And for him to pull back for this, of course, they probably were blowing them out. It's still significant. So I'm gonna go with my overreactions. And again, I make notes throughout the week in preparation for the show. So these are literally my notes from the entire week. Number 1, I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Lakers. They will not be above 500 with Russell Westbrook. It will not happen. And today they were talking about trading for Terry Rozier and some other guy, Josh Richardson, mid-tier players, more people that cannot shoot. They can score but cannot shoot. I don't understand. If anything, I'm calling Miami. Hey, what's up with Duncan Robinson? Because Lord, I need something. I need anything that can shoot.
But we don't need that bullshit. I can tell you that right now. Don't even send it down that way. You can go to Orlando, some shit. Hell nah.
So
he said, "Don't come to Dade County. Don't come to Wade County with it."
Hey man, I heard it's selling bricks in Miami though, man. I'm just saying, we got more bricks coming through.
That is Rick Ross. He did tell you that though. However, they're not made by Russell. I can tell you that. They ain't in football, okay?
The Colombians. Yeah, so the Lakers, I mean, I've said this from the jump with Russell Westbrook, selfish player. I don't care what anybody says. That play was like, dude, well, let's break the play down. It was 31 seconds left. You're up by 1. In most basketball situations, when you're up by 1, you want to hold the ball for as long as possible. Maybe attack when the shot clock is at 7 seconds. Okay. You shot it with like 14 seconds left on the clock. And then gonna say he was looking for a 2-for-1 opportunity in the fourth quarter? A 2-for-1? So a couple things from that. You are assuming that the Blazers are going to score, which they probably would have, because Dame Lillard was not missing. He was scoring at will. But you don't go into basketball with that mindset of like, oh, I'm going to score fast because they're going to score too. No, that's not what we're doing. 2, AD and LeBron have barely crossed half court. 2 of your best rebounders. So even if you shot the shot, you can't even get AD or LeBron to get under the paint to get an offensive rebound. Number 3, you missed the shot bad. Like, did he even hit the rim on that shot? I don't even remember. I thought he hit the backboard or something. But like Westbrook, this ain't Oklahoma City, man. Like you are not that dude no more, and you have to come to terms with it. He's not coming to terms with it, so that's why I think he's being a selfish player. And at this point, I think he's just trolling. I think he's trolling, knowing that LeBron don't want me here. Oh yeah, LeBron, that's cap. What you said in the interview, that's cap. Talking about something, I'm not trying to pile on Russell Westbrook, that's cap. Because you already know what's up. We know LeBron is the massive manipulator behind the scenes. This is LeBron's fault. He made this team. I refuse to believe there is no move that LeBron does not approve of. Carmelo last year, Russell Westbrook last year. Any and every move is agreed upon by LeBron James. Otherwise, he would not be in LA. Point blank, period. Which is why he won't be in LA for much longer. We did go see Bronny this past weekend. He an NBA player. He gonna be in the NBA, and LeBron gonna hightail it out of LA as soon as Bronny gets to the league. You can guarantee that.
I think we need to hook up. I think we need to start hooking up players to lie detector tests.
Oh no, it's not a lie detector test too. I think what we got to do is I don't know what movie this was, but we got to unzip Russell Westbrook and see J.R. Smith. That's exactly what the fuck we saw. Like, you didn't know y'all was up by 1 time of possession. Like, you supposed to be an MVP guy, right? You was an MVP.
Hey, he need a neurological test, man, because that's galaxy brain thinking. Like, what are you talking about? I've watched plenty of basketball. I've played plenty of basketball. I have never seen that in my life. Never have seen it in my life. Never seen it. But yeah, Lakers. I mean, I'm not spending too much time on that anymore until they trade Russell Westbrook. And for some reason, all of the rumors with the Lakers are like one-sided. They're like, oh, we're interested in Terry Rozier. That don't mean they want Russell Westbrook. I don't want that mess. Unless you want to tank for Victor, then maybe I would take Russell Westbrook. But no, I'm not doing that. Number 2, the Jazz are going the wrong way. I I watched that game against New Orleans in its entirety, and the Jazz, they have good players. I said it on Twitter. If you are a player with a positive plus minus, you got to go. I'm sorry. Like, and maybe that's what they're doing right now. Maybe that's the overreaction. Danny Ainge said, hey, y'all, for the first about 10, 15 games, hey, y'all go hoop, man. I'm going to trade y'all to a contender. Y'all going to be straight. We're trying to get these first round picks. Jordan Clarkson, hey, man, I got a spot for you in Milwaukee if you want to go there. Who else? Mike Conley, hey, you might want to go to the Clippers, man. You never know, So maybe he's telling them to go hoop. But if I'm there, I'm keeping Lauri Markkanen because something going on with him in Utah. A white man in Utah, that's a perfect match made in heaven. Pat Beverly, nah, but Lauri Markkanen, yeah, he hooping.
Boring. What did he have last night? About 30 something?
Close to 30 something, man. He was hooping like he he was wetting that jump from three. He was straight. He back in Chicago first year.
He averaging 24 through 3 games.
All-star, man. Hey, right now he all-star, if I gotta call it. Number 4 or 3. Speaking of the Pelicans, they might have 3 all-stars. Because Zion is one, BI is another one, and I just feel like McCollum is gonna be he gonna get his first one this year. Like I mentioned a couple episodes ago about shooting guards, ain't that many out west anymore. And McCollum is playing out of his mind. Not only is he scoring, but he's also playing point guard a bit for the Pelicans. He's getting them assists up too. And I feel like it'll be like a Mike Conley thing where it's like, all right, man, we'll get you one at least before you retire. But he actually is playing good though. Like he's playing good basketball. And the Pelicans could have easily been 3-0. These dudes got scorers, man. Like they got scorers, they got feisty people, and they are well coached by Willie Green, who I had as a coach of the year candidate. Coach them dudes up, man. They were down by like 20 something. They fought all the way back to get back right. So the Pelicans get 3 all-stars. Number 4 kind of ties into it. And y'all can chime in if y'all feel like this, because I know y'all do starting 5. The Grizzlies' current way of winning is not sustainable. That's my overreaction. I don't think it's sustainable. Like as much as we get into Ja Morant putting up 40 and 50, what happened last year when he's doing too much? What happened the year before that when he's doing too much? Injuries pile up. And I mean, I love Ja. I love seeing him go for 40 and 50 because he can do it. But Bane has been struggling. We don't have Jaren back in the mix just yet. And Santi Aldama is a great story, but I don't expect him to score 18, 20 points a game. He's not built like that right now. So I feel like the Grizzlies, they're going to be exciting to start, but how long can Ja put up 40, 50 points a game? A la Allen Iverson back in his prime, where he like, damn, I ain't got no help. Well, got to score 40 and 50 by myself and sacrifice my body all the way to the finals to where I get one game, but I can't get the other 2, 3, 4 games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm excited. And I saved this take for Through the Harder Way because I'm like, I don't want to get tagged on Grizzlies Twitter because they go crazy. But yeah, I don't think that is sustainable for the entire season. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll chime in and then I'll let 2 go. To me, I think last year I called us a little bit more ambitious, but the goal last year was for us to win the division, and we did, right? And this year the division is not the same.
No, it's way better.
Way
Even
better.
Houston last week was giving us trouble. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Jalen Green was.
Give this division 3 years. This will be the division that people look at. Give them 3 years. Let everybody else kind of.
Is Spurs getting Victor?
With Pop still there? But right now, I think to me, the Grizzlies need to just keep around in the second of the division. You want to stay no lower than 6th seed for sure. You don't want to be in the play-in scenario, but right now, to add on to what you're saying, no Dylan Brooks, no Zaire Williams for the first 3 games, no Triple J. That 3 of the 8, rotation.
The scores,
that we need. And when you look and you flip the coin to the other people in the division, you just mentioned the Pelicans. The Pelicans got scoring at
everywhere,
all levels.
Everywhere.
And it's coming off the bench too.
Yep.
And you look at the Mavericks, who are also in their division, everywhere. They got scoring everywhere. And it's coming off the bench.
Yep. Rockets.
So
scoring everywhere.
if we don't, we either lean on our strength, which is really defense, right? That's really been our calling card for decades, I feel like. Or we got to find something to come off the bench to mitigate what the other teams are going to do. If not, then we are going to struggle. And I'll say maybe like the 3rd in the division. But those 2 teams I already mentioned, the Mavericks and the Pelicans, are coming. And they're matter of fact, the Mavs are here.
Pelicans damn near.
The Pelicans are leasing to buy right now.
If they healthy, they here. If Zion's playing basketball, that's why I said at the beginning. If Zion playing basketball, these dudes are here. Like he puts up 27 in the game easily, no problem. BI 27 in the game easily, no problem. McCollum, we know as Grizzlies fans, can put up 30 a game easy, no problem.
And he kills the Grizzlies. So I'm with you what you're saying. We need something has to happen either off the bench or we get all of our people back healthy and see what else we got.
I agree with you with everything you just said as far as the Grizzlies and defense. Like that is our identity. But to give credit where credit is due, 2 of our better or best defensive players aren't playing. So I think that in order for us to win, I think we're going to continue to see Ja averaging the numbers that he's averaging as far as scoring goes. Like he's number 2 in scoring right now. He could be number 1.
Who number 1?
Jason Tatum.
Oh yeah, he been hooping. Yeah, he been hooping.
He's been hooping. Morant's been hooping. So I don't think that we can. I don't necessarily say win like we're doing, but I think we are putting our best foot forward, considering the younger players that we have on the team outside of the older players that we had to last season. So I think as long as we continue to stay afloat until Jaren comes back, he's saying November.
Yeah.
So hopefully November. I guess when Dylan gets back, he's gonna have to prove himself offensively, but because offensively we look better.
Yeah, more cohesive, more ball moving. It's just the shots not falling right now.
The shots not falling. That's exactly what it is. So Grizz Nation, just be patient, but we look a lot better offensively. Defensively, of course, we're going down because we know what Dylan does defensively. I'm not going to take that away from him. But offensively, if Dylan can come back and just come into the flow of things, I think that'll open up a lot of things, Savage, to where I think you'll be happy with the success that we'll see. Because we look like a better offensive team for sure. We got 2-3 starters with us that'll be coming off the bench. The minutes that they're getting now are going to be important down the line. So that's all I got to say about Ja. And I think he's going to still continue to be top 5 in scoring throughout the season.
And I'm going to add this little salt and pepper real quick before I throw it back to you, Savage. Low key, we down like 4 starters, man. Because
I was saying, because the rookies are getting some quality minutes. They getting quality minutes. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and Bane's not, giving you quality percentages right now. He's in the slump. We've seen all shooters, some Ray Allen, Kyle Korver. I can keep going on with shooters, and he's really in the slump. So realistically, we're asking Ja to put everything on his back right now and carry us. And
the fact that he can do it proves how good he is. Yeah,
and he knows that.
So to wrap up the rest of my overreactions, the Sixers. I mean, for one, if you listen to me on any podcast or have known me for any amount of time, you know how I feel about Glenn Doc Rivers. So that ain't nothing new for me. I'm not surprised. But I'm gonna give them a little bit of slack because right now they are the sports sacrificial lamb for the city of Philadelphia. Eagles 6-0. Phillies are in the World Series. Somebody got to be trash. You can't have everything at once. So I'm gonna say that's why they trash right now. But Lord knows if you check in about 20 games and they like 10-11 or 10-12, I won't say something got to change, but I mean we did, Sheedy, have James Harden as a dark horse candidate for MVP. And I mean he's not terrible, but we're seeing the reason why they weren't successful, or he wasn't successful in Houston and even a little bit in Brooklyn, because he has to hold the ball. I had a coach that told us, hey, move the ball around. The ball has energy. Everybody want to get a feel for it at least once on a possession, because otherwise it's like, damn, I'm just doing cardio. I'm just running up and down the court. I don't even get to see the ball, And Embiid's body language, oh my goodness. Like I led last episode, I look at the game on mute. I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at facial expressions. Embiid is not feeling this right now. He is not feeling this. He put up 40 points last game. He's still not feeling this. He's like, nah, man, some got to give. They should figure it out, because Doc Rivers is apparently a top 15 coach of all time according to the NBA 75. I wouldn't have voted for that, but whatever. So hopefully they figure it out. But something to look after, because players, especially this day and age, will announce I want to be traded. Kevin Durant has done it several times. I think Kevin Durant still want to get traded. So yeah, the Sixers are the sacrificial lamb. The Pacers, Benedict Mathurin, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. So I said Paolo was the best rookie. I still feel that way, but Benedict Mathurin is nice. That man is nice. He got a heater. I didn't watch much of him at Arizona, even though I know Arizona was a good team last year for college. But Indiana Pacers, let's get Buddy Hield out of here. If y'all gotta call the Lakers and get him out of there, do what you got to do, because he putting up 20. I think he's leading rookies in scoring right now. I think he's like 24, 25 a game. Paolo right behind him with 23. But
I was about to say, now Paolo ain't no slouch. Now he right
behind him. Paolo right behind him with 23. But Benedict Mathurin, I like what I see. I know Tyler told me ahead of time. He was like, hey, Benedict Mathurin, he probably be the rookie of the year. And I was like, I don't know, man. Paolo 6'10", 250. and he is making me shut up. So I'm gonna watch Indiana this week to see, so I can actually watch him play. But highlights him doing windmills, him shooting threes, like he got it. And speaking of Pat,
Halliburton,
he said, "Well,
Halliburton, Halliburton numbers. You see his numbers?
hmm?
Man is averaging
Hooping,
25 and 10.
hooping. I told
Averaging
y'all, he
25 and 10.
hooping
Hey,
and shooting what from three? What shooting from three? 38, 37? You said what? I don't know if you're on mute or not.
41.
41, y'all. I told y'all.
41%.
This is why I drafted him. This
50% from the field.
This man is a 40, 50, 90
50,
dude.
90.
I'm telling y'all.
Right
I'm telling y'all. I saw that last year in Sacramento. I was like, this dude can hoop. If he ever gets a running mate, if he ever gets a big man, it is over. He's 6'5". This is a tall point guard. I told y'all. Put him and Mathurin in the backcourt at the same time. Y'all got to do it. Because you can't stop both of them. You can't stop both of them, dog. So yeah, that was my overreactions. I guess this is my last one. I just want to see what y'all gonna say. So I watched Palo obviously last week, and they haven't won a game, I don't think. But Palo gonna be better than Anthony Edwards, y'all. I just want to say that. That's my overreaction. He gonna be better than Anthony Edwards.
We got let Palmer tell, man, because we still don't know how good Anthony Edwards is. Man. Come on, you can't do that.
It's an overreaction, man. It's an overreaction because I mean, Palo, he dunking on people, he snagging boards. Now I will say this about Ant. Man. He said last year, at the end of the playoffs when he got eliminated by the Grizzlies, that he wanted to work on his rebounding. He averaged, I think, 8.3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He is getting them rebounds now. I think he's 24, 8, and 4, if I'm not mistaken, from like overall stats. Is he okay? Yep. Yeah, he's 24, 8, and 4. So he is getting it together. But Paolo, I think, is averaging 23, 9, and 3 right now. And he's what, 19, 20 years old? How old he is, I don't know. So I'm just saying, the Magic, they 0-3. Fran's still doing this thing, but they gotta figure out what they gonna do, who they gonna move. But yeah, Paolo, I think he's gonna be better than Ant-Man. So I feel like by that notion, I should have won the NBA Youngboy Fantasy Draft. That's just me. Jalen Green hooping.
The fans voted. They said Toop got it. We're gonna give it to Toop. Toop got it. That don't mean Paolo ain't nasty.
You got a nice start, my brother. Hey, you got a nice start. I hear that. You got a nice start.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit salty, people who listen. I'm a little bit salty. I feel like my team was built for this. Even though Bang's struggling like a mug. He's struggling. But yeah, those my overreactions, man. I just feel like the first week was a good week, man. It was good to have the game back in the midst of having like the NFL, obviously. So the hope is that, teams like the Jazz don't like keep winning, because I feel like they got all those picks for a reason. Y'all didn't get these picks to make the playoffs in them trash ass uniforms. Lord have mercy. And the teams like the Sixers and the Lakers, well, the Lakers, I don't really count them. The Sixers, y'all 0-3. I would assume at some point y'all trying to win. And I don't know what y'all gonna trade to make that happen. I have no clue. But they got to turn around, because after a while it's already ugly in my opinion with Russell Westbrook and the Lakers. But yeah, man, anything else, y'all? Any other overreactions?
Not necessarily overreaction, but we kind of discussed this on the last one. And funny, thank you for bringing up the Knicks. Like I said, the Knicks are going to be that team that they're still going to knock you down, especially towards the end of the season. But let's not be dim with the Sacramento Kings. They are an 0-3 team right now. But they are well coached. They're in the games much more than what the score will allude to. Mm-hmm. And this team, again, it's Mike Brown's first run with the Kings. We know he's going to coach defense. He's bringing some Steve Kerr offense as well. First of all, Grizzlies, beware, because y'all got to play them real soon.
Yeah.
But I think the Kings are much better than what their record is. And I don't say much better than they're going to make the playoffs, but hell, they may have a better record than the Lakers if we're going to keep up this pace. And because the Kings don't really have much to play for, the Lakers do. And I think that's a big and heavy burden on the Lakers. And I'm sick of naming them, but like, y'all are the TV. Y'all get all of these TV games. But for what, man? I'd rather watch, I don't know, a candle burn than to watch y'all play because it's absolutely despicable. And they, in the same way ESPN chose to get rid of Grizzlies games last year at certain points, y'all need to make that decision like immediately. Get rid of them. I bet you Russell Westbrook get traded them. If you tell the Lakers, hey, we're gonna take you off TV for a little minute. And then the moment they get rid of Russell Westbrook, oh y'all, we got y'all back. Yeah, we got y'all. Y'all come on back. But Lord have mercy, get that trash off of my screen. Jesus.
Just watch
And
something
it's
else.
national.
I
I
watch
know.
something else.
Just watch something else.
Get Ohio State football or basketball coming up.
Anything. I'll watch Lion King again. The remake.
One more thing before we head out. One team that's actually shocking as far as statistics go, and they're missing their star player. Is the Charlotte Hornets. They're without LaMelo Ball, but they're number 4 in points scored. They're number 3 in field goal percentage, and they're number 5 in points differential. And like I said, that's without LaMelo Ball. So there's just something to keep.
And I'm like, if I'm Charlotte, why don't I trade Terry Rozier? He put on 24 games. Why don't I trade him to the Lakers for Russell Westbrook? No, hell, I mean, unless you want to lose, but I'm sorry, he's like allergic to success right now. Like, I don't, that's bad juju. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, after he left him. Yeah, he
is.
Literally,
he is. They're 0-3. That's not successful at all.
He sneezes before every shot. You don't see it? That's why he bricks.
Hold on, he do what, Sheedy?
There it is.
Oh my God.
You need help.
I told y'all, she'd have been on one for like 2 months, bro.
You need help or a hug or something. You on one.
Oh my God. Speaking of the Kings earlier, I didn't know that De'Aaron Fox is averaging 32 a game. My goodness.
He doing his damn thing.
He getting it up, man.
Getting it up.
So I'm gonna run through the standings real quick. In the East, it's Boston. This is from 1 to I'm gonna go 1 to 10. Boston, Milwaukee, Charlotte, Cleveland, Atlanta, Washington, Brooklyn, New York, Indiana, and Toronto. And then in the West, again, Utah, which I don't think that's gonna last long. I think Danny Ainge, like I said, he gonna figure out, y'all can't stay because y'all win too many games. I think you're probably gonna keep the core of like Sexton and Markkanen, but everybody else probably can go because I mean, you're probably not gonna win as many games with just those two at some point. But Clarkson is like he hooping, and Tucker and all the other players, Mike Conley, they all can go. Utah, Portland, New Orleans, Phoenix, Golden State, Minnesota, Clippers, Denver, Grizzlies, and San Antonio. That is 1 through 10. So yeah, man, we're gonna come back again next week. Not same time because today technically is Tuesday, but we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. I know, Sheedy, you said you gotta be out one of them days in November.
Not this weekend, but the following.
The next one. Okay, I'll see if I do a sub or not. But we're gonna do something. Something's gonna be done. Well, while Sheedy is out. But again, thank y'all for listening. Again, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe over on your podcast platform. We'll greatly appreciate it, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Stay safe, be blessed. Peace.
Speaking of bless you, Russell Westbrook.